Now we move to our next speaker. So may I have the honor of having Dr. Shiv Prakash here. Uh, Please, Dr. Shiv Prakash, please. Is here? Oh, okay. Dr. Shiv Prakash. So he's a distinguished leader in pharmacology and drug discovery, and he held various positions in pharmaceutical industry before founding Synchron Research Service Private Limited, India's first private sector CRO. He later established Intervene, a clinical research lab for phytotherapies, Avance in niche generic company, and Novalgica. A former chief editor of the Indian Journal of Pharmacology and vice president
ये
of
स्लाइडर
the
काम
Indian
करेगा
Pharmaceutical Society,
कौन
Dr.
से
Prakash has authored over 100 papers
ओके
and
ओके
books
ठीक
and hold multiple patents. He is a recipient of the Udyog Ratna and Entrepreneur Excellence Award and currently serves as president of the Indian Pharmaceutical Society. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. The previous speaker spoke to you about a lot of elements, how to start a company. Today, we are going to start a company together, okay? So this is an interactive starting company process. So I have taken an example of artificial intelligence because that's the most recent thing happening for all of you. So let's see whether artificial intelligence can be used and a drug discovery company can be formed for fundraising. So I started putting some elements into it. So how to start a company, and an arbitrary example I have taken is an AML. So we are going to start an imaginary company called Epicule, okay? That is, Epicule is just a name, all about chemistry. And I'm the founder, so we all are founders. Okay, we will slowly build this company. So what is this company is about? Why AML in drug discovery in the first place? You need to make a case for yourself to start your company. What is that most important thing your company is going to bring it out? So AML is what? It's shorter R&D timelines for drug discovery, okay? And it decreases the cost of drug development, and it can develop candidates 1,200 times faster than the conventional methods. And it can bridge the healthcare gap and improve early disease diagnosis. This is very important. This is the basis of why AML is used for drug discovery, okay? And then there should be a market for us to start a company. And the best thing is about, there are a lot of people who are going to do very beautiful research, but our job is to use that fundamental research to make money. So where is the market? So here is the market. For example, in 2025, it is approximately 6.93 billion. I'm putting the whole world because it is just started coming up. And where it will go by 2034, it will reach about $16 billion. There's a huge money to be made. Hardly any companies in India, one or two. So imagine how many things you can make out as students when you start your own startup. So as of early 2023, there are approximately 800 companies worldwide which are using AML for drug discovery process. So in India, hardly about one or two companies. There is huge market and opportunity for you people to start a company. So what is the projection to 2025 and 2034? It's approximately $16.52 billion. So we need to hear about the opinion makers. For example, Professor Y.K. Gupta tells something, people will listen. So we also need to put some data about what are the opinion leaders, what they are telling about the AIML drug discovery. BCG and Wellcome is one of the most famous consulting firms, tells that about it can accelerate timelines about 50 to 80%. BCG and Wellcome again tells that it reduced the cost 40 to 70%. Phase 1 success rate is 80 to 90%. And economic value is approximately 50 to 28 billion dollars. McKinsey says that. If McKinsey says that, they must have done some research about what is the opportunity of AML. Okay, we all are creating this company together. Remember that. You are with me? Yes. So market potential is approximately $50 billion. So this is about the opinion. And again, Professor Y.K. Gupta was telling, stop telling that old stories about conventional drug discovery programs. What is the problem? We need to create a problem. We need to provide a solution for somebody to invest in your company. So you need to explain the problem. Every slide is made for pitching for your new startup. Remember, every slide of mine is a ready-made pitch for your new company. What is the problem? 7,000 distinct rare diseases in the world. 400 million patients worldwide, 50% are children, and another 95% of the people lack approved treatments. There are a lot many targets which are not druggable. So we can use AML for. So what is the challenge? The existing drug discovery programs takes about 12 to 14 years to develop one molecule. Now what is the cost? About $2 to $3 billion. Success rate is just 25%. So here is your company. What does your company do with all these problems? Your company does this. What we do? We focus on solving the crisis of critical unmet needs in rare diseases. Rare diseases are the future of creating new drugs. So how do we do it? We uniquely combine advanced AI with traditional Ayurvedic medicine. I specifically took natural drugs databases for drug discovery because we have a wealth of natural products in the form of Ayurveda. So we are blessed to use that huge database of natural products to create to drug discovery. So what is our goal? Our platform delivers scalable and impactful therapeutics by rapidly identifying nature-inspired candidates. How we do that? So we use natural products chemistry or repurpose natural compounds for rare diseases or new diseases. What does they do? That known natural product leads, because we know a lot of chemistry about a lot of plants. Even for example, identification of the targets with the powerful of AI, we use this software because now that the time has gone that we have to use animals, to use agonists and antagonists to find out which target it works. Because we have chemistry and biology put together in the form of huge capability of AML, and your screen is just the animal. Your screen is the animal. So you are bringing both chemistry and biology onto the screen to do drug discovery and identification of the targets. Rapid target identification and target validation, accelerated discovery of development, fast-paced development with the proof of concept supported by generational traditional information. You use traditional information, use AI, and bring the lot of data, and use a lot of GPUs for you to dig the data and find out which chemical compounds, millions of chemical compounds work on your targets. So what is our approach? Our company's approach is this. We are increasing 30% more success rates by using AML. How? You see the traditional drug discovery process, you have discovery, target validation, lead optimization. What is the success rate? Just 25%. Sorry. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, just 25% success rate. And then you do preclinical, phase 1, 2, 3, and FDA application. What is the success rate? Just 7% success rate. If you use, what is our approach to drug discovery is, you use in silico predictions and preclinical predictions using AML. The success rate is approximately 70%. And you can get away with your animal studies, and you can go to phase 1, 2, 3, and FDA application. Your success rate is 30% by using AML. Okay, so what is the conventional drug discovery and rare diseases work? It's 3 to 5 years versus conventional 12 to 14 years. Estimated approximately $50 million you can discover a drug, otherwise you need $2 to $3 billion. Phase 1 success rate is 80 to 90%. The conventional drug discovery is just 5%. So why we use nature? 65% of the drugs in this world is discovered by natural compounds. And 80% of the nature-derived therapeutics have an ethnomedical use. For example, mucuna used for neurological disorders, but when you dig out the chemistry, it contains dopamine. So you have the connection between the plants and the chemistry. So only 1% mapped and explored until now. We have 99% of the nature not explored, which could not happen. It could not have happened using conventional drug discovery programs, but you can do it using AML. So what is our solution? We do target screening, initial screening. We do identification of potential leads, and we do the proof of concept and target binding assays. We can do that. And then we do functional assays, and then output is generating intellectual property and developmental candidates. This is our solution for epicure using AML. Okay, so we have some compounds which you can just discover and patent them and go to the investors or big pharmaceutical companies for funding. So what is the team structure? The typical AIML team structure is not only pharmacologists and medical chemists. The things have changed. You need bioinformaticians and then medicinal chemists, regulatory experts. You need computational chemists and use AML engineers, and then you need business development groups. This is the structure of the company. Okay, this is a typical structure of the company. And how do we make money out of this company? SaaS, subscription-based AI analytics for pharmaceutical R&D. You can provide software as a service to the big pharmaceutical companies to earn a lot of money. Custom AI models, you can tailor drug discovery models for clients, for big pharmaceutical companies. That itself is a huge revenue for you. And partnerships, you can partner with big pharmaceutical companies to work on their databases, and you do validation and bring in a lot of technology together. And then data as a service, you curate a lot of chemical and biological and clinical data sets which will be available for pharmaceutical companies to use it and pay for you. So financial overview, say for example, I'm raising about $5 million in this company. So you need to tell to the investor how you are going to use your money. So this is a typical company, how you use it. 40% we use it for platform development. We use 25% team hiring. 15% of the money we do data acquisition and validation. We use another 10% for marketing and partnerships. So another 10% for all miscellaneous expenses. So you need to even tell to the investors how you are going to use that money. So what are your revenue projections? So typically an AML drug discovery, if it is successful, it can make about first year about $0.5 million. In second year, you can project it $2 million. In 3 years, you can make $5 million based upon how your databases and how you are going to create that. So you have to tell about the founder, who is the founder, what is his capability, and what is his background. That is also very important. Okay, we have a founder, and then we have a co-founder. Okay, just typical ones, and I use my own self as a founder. Any one of you can be a founder. Okay, and make sure that you have your credentials which are attractive to the investors. So that is about the company. And are you convinced? Are you convinced that you made a company? Are you convinced you made a company? Yes? Can you raise your hands? How many people are willing to invest in this company? Good. At least we have investors in this company. So we have successfully made a company. This is how you need to create a narrative, a compelling narrative to start a startup. You can do it in your department. You can do it in your home. You can do it individually, or you can do it collectively in your own departments. I know that Punjab University, Pharmaceutical Sciences department is starting a lot of new startups, and every professor is allowed to do his own startup. This is just an example how you start a company using AML for drug discovery using natural products. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Shiv Prakash. So Dr. Gupta just said that students should think beyond academics, and you proved that. So yeah, I have just one query that you showed that there are 3 molecules from your company for cancer. So these you found out by using from Ayurveda medicines, or they are new things?
Yeah, these are the molecules which we discovered using curcumin as the lead compound.
Okay.
So we made about 140 water soluble derivatives of curcumin. So we have screened them for anti-cancer and antimicrobial activity. So out of 140 compounds, we got 3 of them, and then the one of the compounds we are going to further develop using AML models for antimicrobial resistance. The surprisingly one of the molecules which is not active against any microorganisms except for E. coli. It is active only on E. coli. So we are going to develop that for treating E. coli drug resistance, which is very dangerous in the hospitals.
So, being coming from curcumin, they must be very high, having high anti-inflammatory potential.
Yes,
Yes. So,
IC50 is very good.
so do you think that they can be used some other pathology conditions like
No,
stroke?
it's only active in E. coli. We have tested it in many organisms. It is only active on E. coli. So again, first we use AML models to find out whether this can be. We are modifying the E. coli the target. We are modifying the genetic map of the E. coli and introducing resistance in those genetic mapping, and then validate the targets, whether this molecule is active against E. coli resistant mechanism. That's how, because what we could do, what we could not do 3-4 years back, we could do all that now using AML. So that is the opportunity for all of us to use for drug discovery program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, audience.
We can take one question. Okay.
Any downside to using AI in drug discovery? Any downside you see in using AI in drug discovery? For
It's
example, AI is basically computer using that knowledge stored in it in database. So our knowledge at present, all the inventions and discoveries we have not done, right? So the database is not complete. So you think it is going to miss something when we are using AI?
and
Any other
it's not about
downside?
the downside. Downside is about the infrastructure and the talent availability of the talent is the big downside as of now, because we do not get many people who wants to work in this AIML. When we even the computer engineers available in the country are not capable of producing the type of results which we want to produce. But as you rightly pointed out, it's all about the large databases availability. So the available databases are not there. So because we want to, if we want to screen about 1 million molecules at a time, so the databases are the biggest problems. So over a period of time, the databases problems will also be solved. As of now, databases and data science is the biggest downside of AML using drug discovery, as you rightly put it. Thank you.
So if there are no more questions, so we thank Dr. Shiv Prakash for his wonderful lecture.